Hi, I just finished my Sunday night film, which was Super Troopers, the most recent comedy from the Broken Lizard team. They are a group of American comedians, writers, and one director, Jay Chandrasekhar, who've been making films together for nearly 20 years. They've never really broken through commercially in the UK, but in America they've been fairly successful with films like Super Troopers, Beer Fest, The Slam and Salmon, Club Dread, and most recently Super Troopers 2, the partially crowd-funded sequel to their 2002 breakthrough film. It picks up not too long after the first movie, which ended with the local Vermont uh, highway police branch being closed down and the main characters transferring to becoming local police instead. In the new film, they've left law enforcement entirely after a and after a series of antics that we finally find out in the end credits, and are working in various jobs. And when they are told by the governor of Vermont, played by Lynda Carter in a cameo, that the line between the United States and Canada has in fact been moved due to the discovery of some ancient bylaw, and that Vermont will now encompass a Canadian town and will therefore require American law enforcement. So they've got new jobs as they police part of Canada that is soon to be a part of the United States, get into various conflicts with Canadians, the local mounted police, and uncover a smuggling scheme. It's all very, it's really quite juvenile knockabout stuff. There's a thin thread of plot running through it, but mostly it's a lot of uh, jumping around and yelling and playing pranks on each other and goofing around. And it's all generally pretty good natured and quite a lot of fun. I do apologize. This is all very realistic. Um, but there's very little depth to it, really. I mean, the first time I saw Super Troopers, I remember it was when I was still at university, and I enjoyed it so much, having been having a very busy day, went to see it in the evening and had a great time. I watched the movie again years later and thought, yeah, this is enjoyable enough, but the spark of the original screening had gone out. I can imagine the same happening with this movie. It's good natured stuff. It's entertaining. It's fun. It's light-hearted. It's generally very enjoyable, and it has some very notable supporting turns. I mean, Lynda Carter, as I say, Rob Lowe as the mayor of the town, and returning from the first film as the chief of the Vermont Police Unit, Brian Cox, in a surprisingly rare comedy role, and is great fun. Throws himself into it wholeheartedly. He's singing karaoke. He's running around in his underpants. Um, he's absolutely unconcerned about making a fool of himself because he's Brian Cox. He's an amazing actor and is going straight from this to doing Succession. Um, but yes, it's light-hearted fluff, 90 minutes of entertainment, but it's not really going to stick around afterwards. But then that's not really a problem when it's this entertaining.